Hello fellow wine lovers, welcome back to my channel. This is Michele Bolato, a sommelier at your service. In today's video we are going to travel around Verona, north of Italy, to discover which are the top 3 best Italian Amarones in 2022 that you should try right now. We are going to discover a little bit more behind this wine, how it is made, the history behind it, and we are going to also try to pair these rich red Italian wines at the end of this video. But let's start immediately. So how Amarone is made? So first of all, the grapes variety for Amarones are Corvina, Rondinella and Molinara mainly. They can use also Corvinone and Oseleta. They are all indigenous grapes from north of Italy, from Verona, Valpolicella. So the Amarone is quite particular because they use a method that is a little bit different. First of all, they try to harvest in the first 2 weeks of October. So in this way they can get the best ripeness of the fruit. Once they harvest, they put to dry out the grapes in wooden boxes or shells for about 100-120 days. Why this? Because in this way the water evaporates from the fruit and therefore it leaves more sugar concentration, and in this way we are able to get a higher level of alcohol. Amarone indeed is famous to be high in alcohol, but with not such a punchy tannins in your palate, like for instance maybe a Barolo or a Brunello. So that's why, because they vinify the grapes that are partially dried out, so they are richer in sugar and there is less water, and therefore the wine is more concentrated, giving higher level of alcohol, a more lingering palate, and then we're gonna discover also the main feature and characteristic. So the history behind Amarone is quite interesting and fun. It started actually with the Recioto of Valpolicella. Recioto is the sweet version of the Amarone. Everything started from there. So they were drying out the grapes, they were vinifying and pressing to produce a sweet wine, and they were stopping the fermentation fairly early compared to the Amarone, and therefore you have a sweet and residual sugar. And the Recioto is a beautiful red sweet wine, perfect with chocolate, just a dip. So what's happening? The history say, or the legends say, that basically they left a barrel of wine keep fermenting. They kind of forgot it or something happened, we don't know, and therefore the yeast consumed all the sugar, and therefore they had this dry Recioto, therefore Amarone, and from there everything started. So it is a fun fact that can be interesting. It's not confirmed, it is just what people say in the area, but actually there isn't a technical and documented fact behind, but it is nice to think that everything started in this way. In position number 3 we have a fantastic Amarone house, Amarone winery. It's called Speri Winery and it is in the Valpolicella Classica. Speri is a beautiful winery in the Negrar area, Valpolicella Classico, and it is the 7th generation that is there at the moment. They are running the business, so they have quite a lot of experience. They produce one of my favorite Amarone and also Recioto, and it is certified organic, and we are going to see now a little bit more behind this winery in a second. And here we are with the Speri website, 7th generation in Valpolicella Classico, beautiful region, rich of history. Look at the vineyards, fantastic, beautiful. And we have here a little bit of the big barrel that they use to vinify indeed the wine. Values of traditions, family with the 7th generation, the beautiful vineyards, and we are going to check out the wines. Amarone, they produce different ranges of wines, all fantastic, including the Recioto, the Ripasso and the Santovano. This one is also another outstanding gem, but we are going to check the Amarone today, their first wine. and what they are famous for. So Amarone Valpolicella Classico Sant'Urbano comes from organic vineyards. The Monte Sant'Urbano property in the municipality of Fumane is located on a hill between 800-350 meters. It benefits from excellent exposure to sunlight, and the average of the vines is high. It's over 30 years. Main grape variety used are Corvina, Veronese, and Corvinone, Rondinella, and Molinara. Manual selection of the finest bunches, followed by drying for around 100 days, which lost about 40% in the weight of the grapes. Then aging in 24 months in big barrel French oak tonneau and 18 months in medium to large Slavonian oak cask. Maturation in bottle for 12 months. High alcohol content, as we say. Tasting note, the most important part. A deep garnet red in color. It has an ethereal bouquet of dried red fruit. On the palate is full body, warm, mouth-filling, and dry. A substantial wine of rare elegance that lends itself well to aging. That is a fantastic wine. And so if you just landed in my channel and you like the content and the video, this channel probably is for you. So here you have for free a sommelier at your service that gives you a recommendation, tips to how to appreciate and enjoy and eat the best this fantastic nectar. So if this is the channel you're looking for a recommendation to what to buy, what to pair with the wine, and what to eat with that specific wine, well, that is the channel for you. So if that's the case, subscribe and smash the like button. Thank you. Position number 2, we have Amarone Romano dal Forno, one of the top best Amarone you can ever try by Romano dal Forno. Romano dal Forno started in the 80s and he studied with Giuseppe Pintorelli. He was a kind of helper in there. He got the best of the knowledge and he founded his own winery that he's running with his family. Beautiful winery, beautiful estate, and outstanding Amarone wine. I tried quite recently one of his Amarone and I was overwhelmed. It is super nice, super elegant, with a lot of red fruit, dried red fruit, spices, and very long in the finish with a touch of menthol and eucalyptus also as well. So let's dive into it and let's discover more behind Amarone dal Forno. And here we are with Amarone dal Forno, Romano dal Forno. We are going to check out his wonderful winery, beautiful, his Romano. This is the winery. They have built a beautiful estate. Definitely a little bit of the story behind a beautiful movie they have shot, and rich of history. Beautiful vineyard, beautiful landscape. They are a little bit more on the side from the Valpolicella Classico, but still they are able to produce an amazing wine. Look at the vines. The vines are quite old now. They are around 30 years of age, and that's fantastic. Let's go to check a little bit the family behind so we can see the people behind. This is Romano, the one with the bottle, and these are his kids and wife. They are running now the business. And the territory, as we said, the valley they are located is fantastic, Valley of Itlasi, beautiful. And we are going to check the wines. They produce fantastic wines. They produce a Valpolicella that is fantastic. They produce the Amarone indeed and the street. Let's go to check the Amarone. Here we go, different formats available. So the best bunches from vines older than 10 years are set aside for drying and producing Amarone. Strength, energy, and elegance, a combination that symbolizes the Dal Forno Romano philosophy. The unique complexity of this wine is such that merely describing it as a meditation wine, because you can drink it by itself, that's why. It sent his masterpiece. It tastes a work of art: vanilla, sour black sherry, blueberry, chocolate, truffle, tobacco, and leather. Definitely, I have drunk this wine. It is like this: blueberries, chocolate, truffle, Amarone is delight in its own, and however it will be classically complementary of game and meat dish. And we're gonna try to find out which are the best pairing in a moment. So that is Dal Forno for your joy. And in position number 1 we have Amarone Giuseppe Quintarelli, the ancestor, the one that reinvented the Amarone and the Valpolicella, the one that set the benchmark for everybody else. So Quintarelli unfortunately is not anymore with us. He passed away in 2012 at the age of 84 years. However, he was the best and the greatest contributor to the renaissance of this wine. There isn't a website, so I'm going to show you some pictures I found. But however, this is the quintessential Amarone that you should try once in a lifetime. Similar to the Dal Forno one, but probably a little bit more elegant with a bit less spices compared to the Dal Forno one, because he only aged or they are aging his wines only in a big tonneau, big barrel. Instead, Dal Forno ages normally in barriques. Okay, so I like it a lot, Amarone Quintarelli. I had the chance to try it, and it is absolutely outstanding, very elegant with power, like I would say a great Bordeaux wine. So nothing to compare with the cheaper Amarone you can find, for instance, in the supermarket. So this is another level, absolutely outstanding. So this is absolutely one of the wine you should try. This is the top one, and probably he will be for several years still. And it is his legacy behind that has been able to pass to his family, to his kids, basically, that now they are running the business. And he also trained Romano Dal Forno, that was in position number 2, and they are always there fighting to each other to the best one. So definitely this is a wine you should try to find in the market. It's not very easy. The vineyard is not very big. They have 12 hectares, so they cannot produce too much. Also, if you consider that they also hand harvest and select and filter a lot of the grapes, so there are not many bottles around. However, try to find it. It's a really great wine to try once at least in a lifetime. And another important fact and point is, what are we going to pair with the Amarone food and pairings. So one of the best recommendations to enjoy the Amarone is with some meat, so rich pasta with meat, or braised meat, or even game, okay? So these are the best recommendations, and even with hard cheese, this is fantastic. Let's say at the end of a meal you have a plate of hard cheeses, that works fantastically. However, it is also true that it works very nicely by itself. So let's say that you are having wine in front of the TV in a nice evening, or a nice winter evening, or rainy day, and you want to relax and enjoy a book or watch a movie. So Amarone is a perfect companion. So enjoy also by itself. So if you like this video, I'm sure you can find in my channel many other videos that can be useful for you and very interesting for you, like the best Italian reds, the top Italian wines under $30, under $20. I put the links to the videos in the description below. And then now is the question time. So have you ever tried one of these Amarone, or which experience do you have behind that? What can you tell us? Please feel free to share with the YouTube community. This is really greatly appreciated. So I want to thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao!